What happened to my... Hey, y'all. Welcome. We're here. And this is the RCTV Network. Thank you for joining me for Real News Talk today, Pastor Robert. I'm so glad that you're here. Aren't you glad to be here tonight? Aren't you glad? Well, we don't have any volume here tonight. What do you say? What can you say? Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We got some news we want to go over. Tell you what, there's a lot going on right now. Right now, there is a breaking news right now in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. And we want to let you know what's going on right now. It's about 9 p.m. Central Standard Time in Memphis. And let's see what's going on here. What we have here now is there was a gentleman that was shooting people randomly from his when was streaming it live on Facebook. Okay, streamed it live on Facebook. So that's what's going on, y'all. So please be careful. Let's see what's going on. Let's read this. This is from the New York Post, and this is just updated just about 40 minutes ago. It says Memphis police warn man randomly shooting while live streaming on Facebook. All right, here we go, Mayor. The man has reportedly switched vehicles during his shooting spree. What in the world is going on there in Memphis, Tennessee? I don't know, but be careful out there. I love Memphis. I love it. I love the way it. I love everything about it. I love the food. I love the people. I usually go out there for the Church of God in Christ Holy Convocation, which is returning more than likely this year. Praise His holy name. After being canceled last year, and then also because of the pandemic, and before that, that's because it was in St. Louis for several years. But let's read this article and see what is going on. Lord's praying time. Let's see. An armed and dangerous man has been shooting people in random attacks across Memphis Wednesday night while live streaming his shooting spree on Facebook, police said. This is from the New York Post. Memphis police, talk tonight, warned residents to be alert and watch out for the 19-year-old suspect believed to be responsible for multiple shootings in the city. The suspect is filming his violent attacks on Facebook Live and has reportedly switched vehicles. In a screen recording of the reported live stream, the man can be seen getting out of a car and walking a few steps into a store before pulling out a gun and firing at a man inside the store twice. Oh my. We got problems here. Folks. Please be careful out there. Let's see. It also said before walking through the front door of the store, he rants to the camera about no faking. This S is for real. It's unclear if the man was struck or if anyone was injured in the random and multiple shootings. Here was the alert that came from the Memphis Police Department. On Twitter, it says, alert, armed and dangerous. Be on the lookout for a male, black, occupying a blue or silver sedan, possibly an Infiniti or Nissan. Nice car. Who's responsible for multiple shootings. We're getting reports that he is recording his actions on Facebook. We do not have a specific location of where he is now. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call 911 immediately. We'll provide more information as it becomes available. So we're going to go over here to the Memphis Police Department on Twitter and see what's going on. In another screen recording, he said he can be seen driving while waving a handgun around. He just said, I want justice. Much of what he says is indistinguishable. The suspect is believed to be driving a gray SUV now. Oh, man, I tell you, that's not good. What is going on here in the world that people are doing like this? He said I want to know who made him mad. Who made that young man mad? The police department. Let's look at the Memphis Police Department to see what the latest tweets are. Okay, here we are. The suspect has been identified as 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly. Ezekiel Kelly is the young man that is, and here's a picture of him here, given to us by the New York Post. There it is. Make sure you can see that. There it is right there. Ezekiel Kelly, 19 years of age. Okay, now let's see. Update. This is an update from 15 minutes ago. The suspect is currently in a gray Toyota with Arkansas tag A as in Apple, E, V as in Victor, 63K as in kite. That's AEV 63K is his license plate. And if the suspect is seen, call 911 immediately. Oh man, this is something else. He switched cars from the Nissan or the Infiniti, and now he is believed to be in a gray Toyota SUV. He is still at large, and if you don't have to be, stay indoors. And this is church night for a lot of folk. So saints, hurry up, and you should be home by now. Hurry up and get home. And wow. This is horrible. Put your comments down below and tell me what you think. What is going on? He says this 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly says that he wants revenge. Revenge from what? Oh my. Did somebody make him mad? Did somebody make him mad or what? You know, did some girl break his heart or what's going on here? But he got to get it together. He got to get it together. You got to get it together. Isn't that right, y'all? Isn't that right? That's right. We got to get it together because we cannot have this type of stuff going on. Hey, Susan. Hey, I got your email. I'm going to send it to you tonight or in the morning, whichever one. All right. Anyway, so just be on alert. Those of you in the Memphis, Tennessee area, right now there still is an active shooter going randomly through the city in a gray Toyota SUV, shooting randomly at people. 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly, please be on the lookout. If you see him or you think you see him, call Memphis Police Department, call 911 and let them know where he is. Now, speaking of Memphis, let's go here because there is a horrible story. And we're looking at this from foxnews.com. Let's pull this up here. It's a horrible story, man. Horrible story. Because there was a young lady there who was kidnapped, abducted, sexually assaulted, then murdered. There in Memphis. Let's pull that story up. And what happened was a lot has been going on. Yes, we got to pray that they apprehend them. But a lot's been going on in Memphis lately. Hate to see that. It's a great city. But if you will, look at your screen here. Memphis bombs on the edge after Eliza Fletcher, and target abductions. People are reevaluating. Eliza Fletcher was, I think she was 20 or 21 years old. Mother, that was the one who was sexually assaulted. But also, she disappeared a day after a mother and her 1-year-old child were kidnapped, robbed and released outside a Target. So I don't know what's going on here. Memphis moms, it says, are on edge after 2 mothers were abducted last week, including deceased kindergarten teacher Eliza Fletcher and an unidentified mother who was kidnapped from a Target in broad daylight and released just the day before Fletcher disappeared. And their fears are not unique to Memphis. These stories have put mothers on high alert across the nation. Y'all got to be careful. I have 2 daughters that are mothers, and you just got to be careful now. This is what they say from the foxnews.com. This is what she did every morning, and what should be an activity you could just do has been taken away from people. Grady Schneider, one of the owners of the Memphis Mom Collective, told Fox News Digital on Wednesday. A lot of people now are reevaluating whether or not they want to go running and go out sometimes, or whether they want to do that or not. It's just sad that you have you kind of have to live with those thoughts always in the back of your mind. And one thing about it, Tucker Carlson last night, he talked about the rules, how the rules have changed last night in this monologue, because it used to be able, you could leave your door open, and you didn't worry about it. You could go outside somewhere if you need to run to the store, go jogging early in the morning while the cool of the day and all that. You just didn't think about it. You just did it. But now the rules have changed. Now you got to think about, well, am I going to go there? Am I going to go here? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Am I going to share this time with my family. Am I going to go to the park? Am I going to go to the movies? As some of you all know, we had an alleged active shooter at the AMC Regency 24 movie theater here in Brandon, Florida, right outside of Tampa on Saturday night. And and some of them, many of you on my YouTube profile, YouTube channel, there has quite a few comments there that breaking news video did go viral. Now, the Hillsborough County Sheriff said there wasn't an active shooter, but people there said there was. Okay. I just report the news. Anyway, but the rules have changed. The rules have changed, and I tell you what, it's really, it's really scary. It's really starting to get scary. Now, for those of you who don't believe in the Second Amendment, close your ears. But for those of you who believe in the Second Amendment, you ladies better learn how to get you some pepper spray, some mace, some brass knucks, or you get you a little 22 or something, and you can pack it. You better start packing legally, of course, legally. You better start packing, packing it. Because times is rough out there. The rules have changed. It says here, Schneider, who doesn't live far from Fletcher, who was abducted while running on Central Avenue near the University of Memphis around 4 a.m. on September 1st. My God. Now, y'all, that's a little early. I must admit, that's a little early. But I understand. She's a kindergarten teacher. She wants to get up, do her run, do her jog, come back, get showered, get dressed, feed the baby, say goodbye to her husband, and go to work and teach at school. I get it. She was found dead at an abandoned building on Monday, and the suspect, Cleotha Henderson, has been charged with her disappearance and murder. There's a picture of it. Is his name supposed to be Cleotis or Cletus? But they say Cleo. Don't that sound like a woman name? Lord, gee, somebody to name this boy after his grandma. Ooh, yes. Cleotha! Come over here and wrench this thing out here. Cleotha! I like that name, Cleotha. But I didn't know that was a man's name. Okay. Schneider, let me get serious. Schneider describes Central Avenue as a well-lit, safe street to the university, which has its own police on campus and police boxes. And the corner where she was abducted has a camera on every single light across the road. Golf courses, neighborhoods, museums, and churches all surround Central Avenue. That is really sad. It's not an unwatched area, so he just is bold. But however, the day before Fletcher disappeared, Cleotha, Fletcher, I'm gonna be saying that a lot. The day before Cleotha Fletcher disappeared, before Eliza Fletcher disappeared, Cleotha is who? Cleotha is the killer. Cleotha Henderson, I'm sorry. The day before Eliza Fletcher disappeared, two suspects allegedly kidnapped the mother and her 1-year-old toddler outside a Target in broad daylight, forced them into a vehicle, drove them to an ATM, and demanded the mother withdraw $800 in cash before releasing her and her child. The Memphis Police Department has arrested and charged Will Hayes in the case, but they're still looking for the second suspect. Here's image one. Come on. In the Target in the broad daylight, and look at him. He grinning. Sad. Memphis Police Department did not have any new information about the second suspect as of Wednesday. Y'all get a good look at him. No good something. That was in the middle of the day. In a very large shopping area. Target kind of bougie. That's why he knew he could go there instead of dollar store. He wanted to get $800 off of him. That's crazy. The fact that they thought that they could even get away with it, and they only caught one of the guys. So now, because of all this, Memphis moms are understandably scared, especially because both abduction incidents appear to be random, meaning it could happen to anyone. My. Yes. We are all, interconnected somehow, and it's been a hard thing to process. Both cases seem to be random, violent acts of violence. So, if you have any information on this, please contact the Memphis Police Department. Here's a mother that said, on my run this morning, I was thinking about Liza Fletcher, a mom like me going for a run at 4 a.m. before work, family life kicks in. Ohio reporter Alyssa Henry tweeted on Wednesday morning, so devastated to hear what happened to her. I always run with a friend when it's dark, but women should be able to run solo in peace without fear. The Memphis community has organized a run along Central Avenue at 4 a.m. on Friday in solidarity with Fletcher and her family. That is so sad. Here's a picture of her from the video camera, security cameras of her running that morning. There she is, beautiful lady there with her husband. Wow, that's so sad. That is so sad. And there she is with that $1 million smile. Let's pray for her family. Wow, that's horrible. Now, here's one thing we want to let you know. Look at this now. Look at this, because there's another story. We're going to talk about Cleotha Henderson. All right, we're going to talk about Cleotha Henderson. Let's see here. Because the killer, the alleged killer, Cleotha Henderson, that allegedly killed and abducted, sexually assaulted Elijah Fletcher. Watch this. Watch this. Elijah Fletcher's suspected killer, Cleotha Henderson, served 20 years of a 24-year sentence. Here's why. My. That's sad. That's sad. Let's hear what Fox News says. Memphis murder suspect Cleotha Henderson served roughly 20 years of a 24-year sentence in state prison after the May 2000 abduction and robbery of the attorney Kipper Duran, but he was never granted parole according to authorities and court records. Cleotha's sentencing documents noted that the court ordered him to serve 100% of his 24-year sentence due to his violent criminal past under the Sentence Reform Act in 1989. His juvenile rap sheet already included 5 charges of aggravated assault, a rape charge after he turned 14. Jesus Lord. And the gunpoint kidnapping of Duran when he was 16. Oh my God. Oh Lord. The 5 aggravated assault charges came between September 1997 and October 1999. He had 7 theft cases between 1995 and 1999, plus additional charges of evading arrest and trespassing. He was first incarcerated as a juvenile in 1997 after his 4th offense. Well, this boy busters. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. At 38 now, Henderson has spent more than half of his life in a Tennessee prison. If he had not been released early, he would have been behind bars on the day police alleged he abducted and killed a Memphis mother of 2 named Elijah Fletcher as she ran on her morning jogging route. Now, check this out. The suspect did not receive a parole hearing, and the Tennessee Board of Parole on Wednesday distanced himself from earlier remarks made by Memphis top prosecutor, which it deems untrue and defamatory. Yeah, Virgil, that's horrible. It's so crazy. Earlier today, Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy falsely stated in a national TV interview that Cleotha Henderson, the suspect in kidnapping of Elijah Fletcher, had been paroled. But that is completely erroneous and defamatory statement. It's a lie, y'all. So here it is. So why in the world did he get out early? Why did he get out early? That's what I'm talking. There's a paper there. It was because there's something going on. I know that we have this bail reform. Put your comments down below. What do you think about the bail reform as far as with people now? They're committing crimes and they're being booked and they're letting them back out with no bail. And many times they are going right back out and doing another crime and still getting out again. Let us know how you think that. Put your comments down below. That is a sad, sad, sad indictment, because had he been serving the 100% of his term, his sentence rather, like he was supposed to, he would not have been able to kidnap, abduct, sexually assault, and kill Elijah Fletcher. Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. That is horrible. Oh man, I tell you, listen, that's really sad. That's really sad. We got to pray, y'all. We got to pray. Times is tough. Times are dangerous. I don't know what to tell you, but I tell you what, you better stay tuned and you better get safe, get your protection. If you don't want a gun, if you don't want a piece, then that's fine. But you better get something out there to protect yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying here? All right, listen. We'll be right back right after this break. Hey there, this is Pastor Robert Carpenter II, and I'm so glad that you joined me here. I have something I want to let you know. You see how high gas is? You see we have a baby formula shortage. We also have food that's high. Inflation is high. What is going on? Well, things may get worse before they get better, and you need to be prepared. Go to preparewithrobert.com. Go to preparewithrobert.com. Brought to you by My Patriot Supply. Get emergency food kits right there for 2,000 plus calories a day. You're going to need that. Brought to you by My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithrobert.com. Don't be left behind. Be ready now. Let's go. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Jacksonville, the church is open.
All right. Let's stop sharing that. There we go.
Say amen again.
Somebody
say amen one more time.
Okay. There we go. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to Real News Talk today. The Pastor Robert here, and we just got through talking about, don't forget right now, let's check an update to see what's happening in Memphis still. There's a 19-year-old right now that is randomly shooting around the city of Memphis. And he's on the loose, an active shooter while he's live streaming on Facebook. Now, I do have a question. It don't look like they called him yet. Let's check the Twitter account here of the Memphis Police. Let's update this to see what they're saying right now. Okay, all right. They have narrowed it down. They have narrowed it down. Let's see. 9 minutes ago, everyone in the area of Ivan Road and Hodge Road shelter in place and stay indoors. That's from the Memphis Police Department. Anyone in the area of Ivan Road and Hodge Road shelter in place and stay indoors. Hey, Shantae. I got a friend, Shantae, that lives out there. Shantae. Now remember, the suspect is currently in a gray Toyota with an Arkansas tag. A is in Apple, E is in Everett, V is in Victor, 6, 3, K is in Kite. That's in the gray Toyota. His name is Ezekiel Kelly, 19 years old. He's streaming live on Facebook. Now, I do have a question. Here before we go to our next story, our final story. He's streaming live on Facebook, shooting and trying to kill folk. Why is his page still up? Does somebody help me? Now let me say this. If I say the wrong thing right now tonight, if I don't self-censor myself, okay? If I say the wrong thing or put the wrong story on here, listen, Facebook will shut me down and totally wipe me out, shut down the profile. They did it before. All I did was make it. I posted a meme, a joke about a peppermint patty meme about somebody else. Anyway, but the bottom line of it is I woke up the next morning, my Facebook profile was gone. And my Instagram was gone. Like that. They didn't even give me no warning. Now, this knucklehead here, Ezekiel Kelly, 19 years old, he's riding around shooting and looting, high sliding, low riding, turning up cars and burning down bars, live streaming on Facebook for the world to see. I just don't know. I just don't know. Oh my goodness. And that's the way it goes, I guess. That's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. What can you say? That's all I can say there. That's all I can say. But anyway, let's go to our last story here. Here's something, because I know there's a lot of you. I saw someone the other day, and they were saying about how they're trying to get off of sodas. They need to stop drinking sodas. And I am a witness. I have just about, maybe a soda once every 2 or 3 weeks now. I've gotten off of sodas. I was a Pepsi lover. You hear what I tell you? Let me tell you something. I would go to Sam's Club and get a case of 24 ounce Pepsis. 24-ounce Pepsis. And I would go through at least one of those, maybe two of those a day easily. But my doctor said, stop it. My doctor said, leave it. Leave it. That's what my doctor said. She said, leave it. Leave it. So I had to leave it. I had to lay my burden down, y'all. I had to lay it down. So for those of you who are soda drinkers and pop drinkers, as some of you say, let's see what this story is saying. This is from the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail. Let's see here. Let's read this story because some of y'all, and then some of y'all drink sodas and you think because you're drinking Diet Coke and Diet Sprite and Coca-Cola 1 and all that, Coca-Cola, the old folks say Coca-Cola. You think that you're doing better, but listen, Diet Coke may be bad for your heart. As experts say, artificial sweeteners should not be considered a safe alternative to sugar. Did y'all hear that? Oh, somebody just got disappointed tonight. And listen, next week sometime on our podcast and on here, we're going to be talking to Maggie Manhattan. And she has a wonderful story, testimony, and she's a nutritionist, and she's got some good information. You definitely want to stay tuned for that next week. In the middle of next week, you definitely want to stay tuned for that. But listen, you cannot do that. Look what it says. Let's read the story from dailymail.com. French researchers studied the eating habits and health of 100,000 people. Biggest artificial sweetener fans were a tenth more likely to suffer heart disease. Scientists said the study showed that the food additives are not a safe swap for sugar. Having a can of Diet Coke every day could raise your risk of heart attack, science suggests. Scientists believe artificial sweeteners also added to yogurt, cereal, and ketchup are to blame. Uh-oh. That's not good, y'all. That's not good. Where's my uh-oh sound effect on here? Where's it at? Okay, let's do it that time. It's Diet Coke. You can't have that Diet Coke, y'all. You can't have that Diet Coke. There we go. You can't have that Diet Coke. Let's see what it says. There were, let's see, experts found people who consume just 78 milligrams a day, similar to what is found in half a can of Diet Fizzy Pop, were up to a tenth more to suffer a heart attack. And I'm serious as a heart attack, y'all.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Playing from Robert's iPad.
Thank you. And there was also, they were also a fifth more likely to suffer a stroke. The study found. This is Diet Coke. Lord Jesus, if that's Diet Coke, I would. I'm trying to justify drinking the Pepsi, but it ain't working. In a frank warning to the public, French academics concluded that they should not be considered as a safe alternative to sugar. The decade-long trial of 100,000 people published in the British Medical Journal adds to a growing pile of evidence suggesting that sweeteners may harm health. However, independent experts warn that the link between the sugar substitutes and heart problems are overstated, while the known dangers of sugar itself are clear. Now, how you gonna tell me if it could cause a heart attack that the results are overstated? So I'm supposed to take your word for it. Oh, it's overstated. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and drink it anyway, and if I have a heart attack, then what? Or a stroke, then what? Come on, man. Oh, my. Let's see. They said it won't be possible to reach a conclusion on artificial sweetness without larger and long-term studies. Well, it was already a decade long. Look at this. Aspartame, aspartame, is that how this is? Aspartame, look at that, 57%. Sucralose, 10.1%. Something potassium, look at that, 29%. Now, I do know that aspartame is that's in, y'all remember that soda tab in the pink can, TAB tab? My mom used to drink that all the time, back in the day. Don't tell that no more. But all that stuff, that artificial sweeteners are bad for you. It can cause you to have a stroke. It can cause you to have a heart attack. But look at this. Soft drinks with no added sugar, 52%. Soft drinks with both added sugar and artificial sweetness, 3.4%. Artificial sweetened yogurts and cottage cheese are 8.2%. And tabletop sweetness are 30%. You got to leave it alone. If you're not going to use natural sweeteners and natural sugar, is better than the artificial stuff. It causes cancer in mice. It causes cancer in animals, and it will cause you to have a heart attack, a stroke, or cancer. Did you hear me what it said? Take my word for it. Take my word for it. Listen, artificial sweeteners are a key ingredient in thousands of food and drink products, with manufacturers using them to push out low or no calorie versions. Dozens of studies have already spotted a link between sweeteners and weight gain. Did you hear that? The artificial sweeteners and weight gain. You think that you're doing better by not having the sugar, and really you're actually gaining weight anyway. My. Blessings, Lord. But now, there you go. There you go right there. There you go right there. Artificial sweeteners, Diet Coke. Throw it away. Throw it away, y'all. Don't give it away, because that means be somebody else's problem. Throw it away and go get you something else to drink. Water. How about that? Water. Do I have any water? Water. Can I get a witness? Water. Jesus said he's the water. Let the river flow and all like that. Get you some water. It could be purified water, spring water, alkaline water, whatever it is. Get you some water and drink that. You'll be surprised. Now you may have some withdrawals if you're heavy. Drink of soda. You may have some withdrawals. But that's okay. That's okay, because what's going to happen is you will find out it's going to be healthier for you. It's going to help you, and you're going to be feeling a whole lot better. Ask me, I know I got off those Pepsis. Thank the Lord. And I want to thank you all again for praying for me. I had a couple of things, had a procedure this past week, but I do want to tell you all, I'm going to be sharing with you real soon as well, probably next week. We're going to do so. Everything's going to be on health. Maggie McHatton is going to be sharing with us. She's a nutritionist and also sharing some stuff for mothers and women. And then also I'm going to share my story about when it was 3 years ago right now. 3 years ago, September 2nd, 2019, I started chemotherapy. I had cancer, and when we found out, I was already fourth stage. Didn't have no pain, didn't know anything, but I'm glad I followed my mind. Those fourth stage, I followed my mind and went to the doctor about something else, and that's when they were to find out that. But 3 months later, after chemotherapy and all my hair falling out and all that kind of stuff, I went into remission. Now they want to test it all that right now, and they're doing a whole bunch of stuff, and some other things were going on. I had to have a procedure on my knees the other day. Martin Lawrence talking about the knees. I got to have 2 more the next 2 weeks, but that's okay. I'm still walking. I just got to put these little braces on there. I look like that story Forrest Gump when he was a child to put those braces on. But I can laugh about it. Hey, I can laugh about it. It's all right. It's all good. But listen here now. But we're going to be talking about how the Lord healed me from 4-stage cancer in 90 days, in just a little over 90 days. And I'm thankful to God, because if he did it for me, he can do it for you. And if he did it for me once, he's going to do it for me again. So I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about the report of but whose report am I going to believe? Not the doctor's report, but I'm going to believe the report of the Lord. I'm not going to preach this in my podcast. But listen, if you want to stay in touch with me, I'm Rob Carpenter 2 or Rob Carpenter II on most social media platforms. Also, sign up for text updates. I don't text you to that. 813-303-0151, and you'll get occasional updates, and also let you know when we're coming on live or recording the podcast. Also, if you want to support this network and also this ministry, you can go to patreon.com /RCTV Network for exclusive content for a nominal fee. You'll have exclusive content that those on Facebook and all the other platforms will sing, and also we'll be having some special times of prayer and prayer requests for you all as well. And then those of you who have the Roku streaming app or Amazon Fire TV on your TV, you can search for the RCTV Network, and you'll see us there. That's our network that we have on those 2 platforms. Right now, just this week, we just uploaded some more. We interviewed Sister Dion Brown out of Ontario, California, a worship leader who had a testimony that had a brain aneurysm just only a couple of months ago, and you ought to hear her story, how God raised her up and healed her, and what he did during that healing process. Then also, Pastor Michael Jennings of Alabama. That's the pastor, y'all, that was arrested for watering his neighbor's yard some time ago. And so we interviewed he and his wife and his attorney. That's also on the RCTV network on Roku and Amazon, and there's also will be on that as well on those networks. And then for this podcast that we're on right now on Spotify, Real News Talk Today, just search for it with Real News Talk Today with Pastor Robert. Search for it on Spotify podcast, and you'll see us right there. And every week we'll be uploading a couple of podcasts, just depending on what's going on in the world and special topics and these interviews as well. And if you'd like to be a blessing right now, you can send the Cash App. I would appreciate it. God will truly bless you. Cash App, $RCTV Networks with an S. You can donate through Venmo at Rob Carpenter 2, PayPal at TheRCTV Network. And for those of you who have cryptocurrency, you go to Coinbase and you can send it to at Rob Carpenter II. You want to be a blessing. I appreciate you all. Listen, we got a lot of stuff going on. There's some more stuff we're getting ready to release. It's been fun. It's been fun doing some research. And I do want you to know, for those of you who are wondering about the situation of the church at 5th Street Church of God, there is a GoFundMe. Look for on GoFundMe, go to Legal Fees Fundraiser, and you'll see that there. And you have the story of Deacon Maurice Roberts and what happened and what they're doing that for, because the bishop is still suing the saints. Yes, he is. But we're not going to let that ruin our night tonight, because God is in control and God will get the glory out of that. So be a blessing, not just to me, but to others. This is Pastor Robert, and I'm so glad that you joined me, and I'm glad that I will see you next time on the RCTV Network. Is that all right, y'all? Get out of here. Peace.